Hey guys, how are you doing? I tried to do this video yesterday, but it did not work. So, doing it today. Alright. First off, I'm going to discuss what did I do with it? It was here. I'm telling you guys it was here. And now it's disappeared. Interesting. Where is the last of that stamp? Yep. Okay, I know what it's at. Yay! Okay, so told you guys last video about the big twist, and it's let me switch to settings so this stuff will be backwards. It says it's normal, but it's not. It's actually like, okay, so for me, my yarn cubes are on the right, which is your, so on the screen it's on the left, so it's backwards for me. But anyway, the big twist value yarn, this is the value yarn, this is the new yarns from Joanne. And this color is soft gray, and it is that. It's a soft gray color. The fabric is next to skin soft. It has like a little, when you rub it, it has like this rough sound to it, but could have been my husband Kyle's hands. But it's not rough to the touch. It is soft to the touch, but it is not red heart soft to the touch. If that makes sense to those of you who use acrylic yarns. I'm pretty sure once I wash and dry the item I made that it's going to probably soften up even more, because just like red heart, I'm pretty sure this is going to soften up even more. Okay. Now, what did I make? Okay. I made a cowl, just testing some stitches with this yarn. Because when I was crocheting it, I was looking at the stitches. Okay, I was looking at the structure of the yarn. All right, let me pull some out. Let's see if you guys can see it. Okay, let's see if it'll focus. There we go. See how those plies, they don't look that tight together? I was afraid it was going to be splitting when I crocheted it. But it wasn't. It didn't split at all. I haven't tried this with knitting. I know Jay's, and I'm smacking, so I'm sorry, but I don't get to chew gum often, so when I do, I'll get going for my money's worth with it. Let's see. So if you go to Jay's, let me see if I can find her site real quick. Jay's Knit and Purl Jam, that's her site name. And I'll put it in the show notes. But she also, this is how I found out about this fiber. She's an amazing knitter, and she does a lot of designing. So you can check out her channel to see what she has to say, and look at the project that she made with this yarn. I just did a quick crochet cowl with the yarn. I did some, to see if it would be splitty, I did some cross stitches here, because you have to go back to pick up the other double crochet to cross the stitches. And so I did a couple of rows of those. I did double crochet going in this direction, and I did double crochet going the lengthwise. And then I did some crocodile stitches as well. So as you can see, the stitch definition is good with this yarn. It holds together well. and the color did not rub off on anything, so the dye is dyed well. Overall, from a score of 9 to for a score of 0 to 10, I would give this yarn a solid 8, simply because this is the economy version of this yarn. Okay, sometimes I wonder why they even do economy versions of the yarn. It's only like $1 cheaper than $1 or $2 cheaper than the so-called soft or luxury version of the yarn. So I don't understand why they even do economy yarns anymore. So yeah, I like this yarn. I like it. It'll be good to make gifts with for people who are not wool worthy. And you have an option now besides Red Heart. So I'll show you guys my cowl. Okay, so now that I have it on, as you can see, the crocodile stitches are vertical, so they almost look like some kind of flower design. So, but it's warm. It had me sweating when I was at the yarn shop. Not the yarn shop, but at the coffee shop this morning for yarn for breakfast. I had to take it off because I started sweating. So it's warm. It holds heat well. I'll give you that much for acrylic. Excuse me. It holds heat well. So, but yes, this is my cowl I made. So this is my first finished object today. Get ready to go. Alright, I'll try to behave. So this is my first finished object. I made this last night to test out the yarn because I want to talk to y'all about it today, and that's done. So like I said, I like this yarn. I will be buying more of the Joann's yarn in different colors. Okay. I put it up. Oh. So I got my Mary Maxim kit the other day, and this is the pattern that came. This double dip slouchy hat. Okay, and this is the yarn. It's very pretty yarn, and it's a soft weight yarn. Almost, I would say it was more like a heavy lace than a sock weight. It reminds me of some of the open yarns that I've seen, the way the striping is in the neck of the repeats. So it might end up being socks instead of a hat, because I don't wear hats. I do love my handmade socks. Anybody who wants to do a handmade sock to hand spun yarn swap with me, just let me know. I will swap you hand spun yarn for socks. Kenneth, I will swap you hand spun yarn for socks any day of the week. Just let me know. And I'm talking about Kenneth Turbeville of the Turbo Knitter podcast. Yeah. So that came, and I also finished this Philadelphia Eagles. Is a person who's a fan wanted a cowl in a circle scarf in their colors. It's a guy, so they don't call them cowls, they call them circular scarves. So he wanted one in his team colors, and I really like this one. I really like this a lot. This one, I might have to make another one. Even though I'm not a fan of any of those teams, I like those colors together. So this was a finished object. And if you follow me on Instagram, I keep telling y'all, if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen all this stuff, because I take pictures and post them faster than I'll do a video. So yeah. So that has been riding around with me, because I haven't seen the young person who at work who commissioned it. Look at how it is. So, I also have a new spindle, and I'm going to show it to you now. Okay. Alright. This spindle is made by Snyder Spindles. They have an Etsy shop. Let me see if I can find this card. I'll put it over here some freaking where. Not really organized today, y'all. Okay, so this particular spindle was $20. I say a very good deal. A very, very good deal. And it's lightweight. It is 2.2 grams, 0.8 ounce spindle. Okay, and it's walnut stain. I don't think he said what the material was for this one. So, why am I spinning on it right now? It's Snyder Spindles. And Snyder, SNYDER, SPINDLES, one word, .etsy.com. Okay? Get some focus for you. There you go. There you go. Snyder Spindles, okay? You are a hand spinner and you like interesting spindles, then feel free to go there. And I'm pretty sure he does commissions as well. So this is the spindle. It's a gear one. I really like looking down at this thing while it's spinning. And it's balanced, very well balanced. Spins well. So I like this spindle. And it'll spin for a long time. Like if I was standing up and outside, you can see the rate this thing spins. So it spins for a long time. Actually, I need to stand up with some of this twist out of here. I'm spinning this for a project. Okay. It's still spinning. I can't even show it to you now. Alright. So. Alright. So. Snyder Spindles. And it's not my favorite spindle, but I like this spindle. Okay. My favorite spindles are actually made by Jim's Turnstile spindles. And I don't have a favorite among his spindles because all of his spindles are awesome spindles. And I'm trying to find one. Here's one I got this year. Because you guys have seen this one before. From Maryland Sheep and Wool. Okay? So I love his spindles. His spindles are the only ones that I buy from crafting events that he's at. Nobody but Jim's Turnstiles. I love his spindles. And that is why I make sure I get one or two every time I go. Because I love his spindles so much. Okay. Still works in progress. Because I think that's the last thing that I finished with that. And this is almost finished. This is going to be a circle scarf in Carolina Blue. A request. And I'm using the Burnett Burnett Softy Baby yarn in blue. This is some yarn that was given to me by someone. It's a pale blue. And I like the way this yarn feels. But it's baby yarn. I wish that there was a worsted version of this yarn. It would be amazing. They may be, but just not around here. Okay, so it's gonna be joined. I showed her a couple of swatches of stitches that I do, and she chose the bush stitch. So if you can see that. Alright. So after I do finish this last row here, I will be joining using the whip stitch, because the whip stitch hides your edges very well. I'll be using the whip stitch to join this into a circle cowl, and it will be finished. And it is so freaking soft. I mean, just it's amazingly soft, softer than Red Heart soft. I think this Bernat Softy Baby yarn is some of the softest acrylic on the market. Really, I do. So yeah, so that'll be finished, and after I get off of this, I'll finish that up. Y'all know how I am. I don't like having stuff just sitting around for too long, except if it's something for me. And the only reason that this is something for me is because it's a test crochet. And like I said, if you look at Jay's Knit and Purl Jam, you'll be able to see knit items with this yarn. Alright, so the next work in progress. This is in my bag from my friend Ashley. Okay. And it is another of those. I had one skein of that, no, this isn't it. Oh, this is the circle scarf. Anthony's Batman circle scarf. Redskin Batman circle scarf. A Redskin fan, but it's going to have Batman logos sewn into the scarf. I'm still on yellow. So, that's the yellow. Like I said, it's a circle scarf. So, it's going to be double thick, basically. So, yeah. I'm not feeling this. Maybe it's because I already made so many freaking Redskin scarves this year that I'm not feeling it. I got to get it done before Christmas. So, I need to work on, that's why I need to finish this so I can work on his scarf. So my top is going to get put aside for a while until I can finish his stuff that I still have pending for people. I started another one of those cozy wool from Loops and Threads with the pattern, the cozy cable hat. I love that cable hat pattern. I make a couple of these a year. The pattern is on the ball band. I don't know if they're offering it in the store yet. I've been checking off and on at Michael's to see if they're offering this as one of their free patterns, but I kept all the ball bands that had this pattern. Yeah. I kept all the ball bands. You see her face? Focus, 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 focus. Oh, screw you, camera. So I kept all the ball bands just so I'll have extras of this pattern. And right now I'm on the first cable repeat. I have my DPNs in the bag, so I'll know where they are. Because you started off on a size 13 needle, or 13 DPNs, size 13 DPNs, and then you switch to size 11s for the hat, and then you switch to DPN size 11s for the top portion of the hat, for the bind off area. So I'm using my knit picks in size 11. These are still 11s. Oh no, I'm doing the increased row, so I'm still on the 13s. Those are still the 13s. And then I got my 11s right here, ready to go. Circulars. And then I'll switch over to the 11 DPNs to finish the hat off. But this is a very easy cable hat pattern. So if you're looking for your first cable hat pattern to do in the round, then try and find this pattern on ball band. It's very easy to do, and I love doing it. I can do one of those hats in like maybe 2-3 hours. I can do one of those hats, just putting around on it while I'm doing other things online. So that's my other work in progress. So I got 2 yellowish golden colored works in progress. One excites me, one doesn't. I took this out. It's a Mary Matson kit that came earlier. It's a wreath, and that's what it's supposed to look like. There you go. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to look like. It's a wreath pattern. So I took this out to do that. My husband likes holidays and Christmas. I don't. I'm not a holiday person. I never have been, even as a small child. Because I think if you're a child that's smart, you figure things out early on. in elementary school very early on. So you look at your friends like, you such a stupid person, because you know. Do you know what I'm saying? In case somebody watches this with their children, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? We figure it out very early on. So to us, it's just another day that mom and daddy are doing things with this imaginary person. Better, how about this? If you have a small child with you and you're watching this, put your headphones on, please. Child ain't got no business hearing this, because I know some of y'all like to have the child believing in imaginary things and living in dreamland. It don't roll that way in my house. Okay? I'm going to give you 2 seconds to put your headphones on. 1,000. 1,000. Okay. The world according to Juanita. Alright. Ain't no damn fat man in my house bringing up in my house. Okay? Me and my husband work like dogs to give our children the things that they want, need, desire, etc., within reason. I'm not giving credit to nobody else. That's just me. You will know where it came from. You will know who worked hard, worked late, worked extra hours to get the money to get those things from you. I'm not giving credit to an imaginary person that is not going to do a damn thing for you when you need somebody. In the rent. Okay. And I think that a lot of these kids will not have these ridiculous desires and ridiculous wants, needs, and have no sense of where anything comes from. They think things are just supposed to fall down into their laps. They don't appreciate the things they have because they never had to do anything to get it. It was just given to them. That's the other thing I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with your teenage child getting a damn job and paying their own cell phone bill and doing these other things. Now, if you rolling like that and you got money like that, you can just throw money around like that, and good for you. But where I come from and the way I was raised, get off your ass and go get a job, and those things you want, those extracurricular things that don't put food on the table, don't keep a roof over your head, get it your damn self, because mom and daddy got other children to raise, and we ain't got time for your extracurricular things unless it's school related. Gonna help you get into college, gonna help you get transportation so we don't have to go taking you places. Then get a job. Really interact this time. That's just me. Okay. So, you do what you want, but that's just me, and I had to put that out there so people understand where I'm coming from. Because I don't mince words, okay? Because I saw an article where I guess somebody who has a similar style of raising their child, raising them in reality, and this child is being sued by another parent because this child told their child, who I think was old enough to know, I think they said they were 8 years old, maybe they could have been younger, who knows, but still, got upset because this child told that child there was no Santa Claus. Okay, there isn't one. So, Saint Nick's been dead a long time, and he was a saint. He was not a fake fat man running around, jumping down chimneys, giving people stuff. So explain to me, Santa, why this poor child over here got nothing for Christmas, not even a sock. But this child over here got a PS4, hoverboard. What's those things called? That Robocop, and Robocop that they came out. What are those things called? God, they're gonna be popular this year. They've been giving them away as prizes, and at my job to one of the departments. God, I can't think of the name of those things. They're in Robocop, but they had handles. You see police on parade routes and stuff. They got the handles. Starts with a W. Can't think of the name of those things. Segway. No, it starts with S. Segways. Those Segways are going to be popular this year. So, you got a kid who's getting all these things from Santa Claus. But this other child who's, as a human being, is just as beautiful and special and wonderful as that child. Got nothing. So, explain to me, Santa Claus, why that happens. Alright, so, remember I went to, I'm sorry, I'm eating gum again. Remember I went to the Comic Con, it's called Nekocon, for Virginia. Okay, I'll show you some of the stuff I got. Like I said, you get high on your own supply. So these are actually things that my daughter makes, okay? She makes these. So, can you see that? Come on, focus. I swear to God, I'm not ready to punch this camera in the face. I'm trying to find something I can put behind this, guys. Okay, let's see. I got an envelope. So, you can't see. Alright, there we go. See? Little cappuccinos, little Starbucks cappuccinos with strawberry with caramel. Ain't that so cute? Earrings, danglies. So she made those, and she has a lot of stuff. She has an Etsy shop. I will put a link to her as well. And I'm going to show you my other stuff I got from Nekocon, including some more stuff I got from her. Hey, if your mom is your biggest fan, why not? Now, if you follow me on Facebook, you saw luggage tag that I made using floss that I got. And the luggage tag is already in the hands of the person. So I got these already ready-made plastic canvas luggage tags. No, but see, I bought some, but they were too short to put what she wanted up there. Where's the dud at? What did I do with the dud? Who knows? But so I had to cut one out. I have some plastic canvas from years and years ago. I used to do plastic canvas when I was a teenager. And then I stopped doing it. I haven't touched it in years and years. And I had to watch YouTube videos to figure out how to do it again. And then I realized why I did not do plastic canvas. So I got that floss. And I had some more white floss. And so we were at the con. And when you sign up, you get this little book guide. And it has about the different events, the masquerade. They had the Lovely Heart Maid Cafe. Just had a lot of different things. Music, they had music and Artist Alley. And my daughter was in Artist Alley. Let me see if they got her little stinking name up here. Fred Illustration and Craft. She's the last one on the sheet. So next year, where is it at? Over there. Oh, camera. See, she's the last one on the sheet. Can't read it for you. But my baby girl, but she ain't my baby. She's actually the oldest child. And she's an amazing artist as well. I've showed you guys some of her artwork before. So I went to one booth, and she didn't have any book ones, but she did have book 2 and book 3. And it's lostnova.com. So if you're interested in looking at her artwork and her manga or story, whatever you want to call it. And of course, because I'm a Bleach fan, so, and then because I am a Attack of Titans fan, which you all know, I got you. And let's see. And then I got a bunch of buttons, which I have more buttons than these, but I already divvied them out to my son, the ones that he wanted, because he has. I'm gonna make him a button monster. This is from the Stevens Universe. So, and then there's also a couple of Attack of Titan buttons that some artists made. So, yeah, it's kind of drop all this stuff. Okay, you got that fat guy, whatever they call that dog, mermaid dog, mermaid cat, whatever it is. It's not focusing because my face is up there. I'm sorry. I got some buttons. And the piece de resistance is not in the room. It's in another room. It's a print from actually from an artist who's local here in Norfolk, Virginia, and she was in a booth to the left of my daughter's booth. So I got some of her artwork, and I got some more buttons. These buttons are from her booth. So, What else? Ah, let me get my lanyard out so I can show you guys all my stuff I got. Okay, and then there was this guy and his wife there. And they had these body splashes, chapsticks, and lotions. They are not greasy. The scents are light. They're not heavy and perfumey. They actually smell like what it says. Like, this is ginger peach. It actually smells like ginger and peaches. I got the ginger and peach, and I got this caramel lip gloss. I gave one to my daughters. Pudding and got one. Marissa got one, and I have one for my daughter Andrea. So the next time I see you, Nene, and I got the butterbeer. I'm like, guys, this company, I could get fat just sitting around smelling this stuff. So the name of the company is butteredbunsstudios.com. Go cover my face. There we go. So maybe it'll focus. Come on. God, maybe let me see if I can find it. If I got the card, I can show you the card. I knew I got a card. I just don't know where it is. Y'all know I ain't the most organized person in the world. So, I don't see the card. But I'm telling you the name of this place. And if the chapstick were 2 for $5. This is the chapstick. This one is called Caramel Drink. I don't use chapsticks and stuff because a lot of people who use these things, you're basically training your lips not to make their own natural oils. So I don't use chapsticks. I've never had a problem with dry, cracked, or peeling lips. Now, some people don't make oils naturally as much on their lips, so they do need these to help protect their lips. So I got these for my daughter. So this is for Nene when she comes by. So Nene, if you watch the video, Mama got something here for the house for you. Alright, so the next place I went was my daughter, my 18-year-old. She found this booth. And it's called Thumb Cramps. Isn't that awesome? Thumb Cramps. And she's Thumb Cramps on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Her name is Paige Hall. And she's an illustrator. And she wrote this book. And it's called Pretty. A book for the girls who are told they're not. And this book is amazing. And I can't share all of the book with you. But it's basically for girls who aren't model thin. Okay? This book is has such a positive message that if you are a parent or grandparent or friend or family member of a heavier set young woman who's growing up, please go buy this book. I'm just going to show you a couple of the illustrations so you can understand what I mean. This book is just such when I saw this book, I was just like moved because I wish I'd have had something like this for one of my cousins who grew up. She was a chunky girl, and it's not just for African Americans. It's for children of all colors to get a positive message who might be heavy set. Even boys could read the message in this book and understand. So go to Paige's Thumb Cramps. Remember, Thumb Cramps. Go to Paige's website and order this book today for a stocking stuffer for that person in your life. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. So the last thing I have to show you is the con badge and my other purchases and items from my daughter. She gave me some things because we brought change for her to use. Because I was like, I wonder if she has enough ones. So we bought ones for her to use. Okay. So this was the con badge for this year. And so you can go onto my daughter's Etsy, which I'm going to put a link to it. I have Cookie Cat. Cookie Cat. Look at that. And so everybody kept coming by. She sold several of these. And this is quite a healthy charm. I love it. Makes me hungry. Makes me want ice cream sandwiches. And then I got a soot ball from her. From Spirited Away, the little soot balls. And then I got some dongles. Dongles on a stick. Oops. See? Dongles on a stick. There you go. So, yep. And so that's all. And I don't have the spinning to show you, but if you follow me on Instagram, you will see the spinning I just did with that penny candy stuff my friend Amanda gave me. You will also see the pictures of the people who received that today when I did a giveaway. And that's pretty much it. I gotta run. Gotta go take care of some stuff. I might do another video later on with some drawing and stuff. So I'll check you guys later. Take care.